So they got going pretty quickly once that MOU was signed, Abeer. Can we expect an uptick now in tankers crossing?
It seems to be the case, Vani. So what we're seeing is 3 supertankers laden with oil. They're owned by the Saudi oil giant Bahri that are making their way through the Strait of Hormuz. What we're reporting is that they could be carrying about 6 million barrels of oil. And so, look, what we're seeing right now is definitely an uptick in the traffic movement in the Strait of Hormuz. This was expected to happen because President Trump did say that upon signing the MOU, a ceasefire of about 60 days will be extended, and also the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened immediately. This is not the first time we're witnessing an uptick, and Saudi Arabia is not the only country that is seeing movement in its tankers and ships through the Strait of Hormuz. We reported earlier that some Qatari vessels, some Kuwaiti vessels are also trying to make their way through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, analysts, experts, people looking at the traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, Vani, are saying that, yes, we're seeing this uptick. It is very positive for oil markets. It is very positive for GCC exporters, but traffic for that to go back to the pre-war state, it'll take weeks, if not months, for us to start witnessing that level of movement. But this is definitely a step in a positive direction, and something that both parties had agreed to establish once this MOU has come into effect. That's Iran and the United States, Vani.
And then a couple of red lines blown through, apparently, on the part of President Trump in justifying this peace deal. Abeer, briefly, what were they?
Yeah, so look, I mean, Iran is possibly getting more of a win out of this MOU. President Trump had agreed to unblock frozen assets eventually to Iran, lift oil sanctions, and allow Iran to continue developing its ballistic missile program, as well as a $300 or at least $300 billion of a development fund for Iran to rebuild its infrastructure that is damaged by war. The U.S. in return would get the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, and also a promise by Iran to not seek a nuclear weapon. So what we're looking at is a deal where Iran wins more concessions than the United States. Still wait and see what the official permanent ceasefire looks like within or after the 60-day period.